So Mike, we want you to take us back in time a little bit. You had quite the stretch there in 2004, 2005, and 2006. You lost the Cup final in 04, it was a lockout in 05, and then you won the Cup in 06. So take us back a little bit with those two teams and what that period in your life was like.
Sure, yeah. There were a lot of changes that happened for me then professionally. Coming into in 03, just to kind of back it up a little bit more, things were not, it was my third year pro. I'd played a little bit in New Jersey. Things weren't going well. I had my first run-in with a coach that I won't bring up that I didn't like, and anyways, it was kind of going downhill. Flames traded for me, and then was in the minors at the beginning of the year in 03, 04. We went to the finals, and all of a sudden called up halfway through, hurt my shoulder, finished the year, and then the playoffs started, and we weren't really expected to do anything, kind of be a doormat for Vancouver, and we won there, and then beat Detroit, and then beat San Jose, and then all of a sudden we're in the finals, and I'm like, 4 months ago, I was in Lowell, Massachusetts playing for the Lock Monsters, and now I'm in the Stanley Cup Finals, and it didn't go how we wanted, but it was still a really good run. So then I finally signed my first one-way contract. I'm all excited. I'm going to get paid. I'm like, it's about time. I've played enough in the minors. Lockout. So I signed, then lockout. I'm like, I'm back to the minors again. But in hindsight, that turned out probably to be the best thing that could have happened in my career, because I ended up going down to the minors. And Carolina and Calgary shared a farm team at that time, and I had a good year in the minors, and Carolina traded for me. And when I first got traded, I was like, God, we have a good team here in Calgary, or at least, we had a good team in 04. Pretty much everybody's back. Carolina, we were picked to finish like 28th. I'm like, oh, great. But once I got down there, I loved it, and for me personally, it was a really good chance for me to actually play. If I would have stayed here, I would have been, they had defense, Dion Phaneuf and guys like that coming in, so I would have been right back to the minors again. So it was a really good break for me, and then little did I know we'd end up winning the whole thing, and against Edmonton to boot, where I'm from. So yeah, it was an interesting few years. I kind of set up the next 5 or 6 anyways, and here I am.
So Calgary is playing Carolina. Who are you cheering for?
Ooh, that's a good question. You know what? I have to go. I would say I'm cheering for Carolina, but it would be pretty. Usually I cheer for individuals, but if those two teams are playing, if a gun was to my head and I had to pick, I would pick with. I guess I would have to pick Carolina. Although nobody from Carolina. I should be saying Calgary because we're in Calgary, but.
No, we want the
But
honest
you tell
answer,
me,
not the
honest
political.
Yeah, honest answer, Carolina.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, let's take a quick break. A bunch of Calgarians are going to come and hack out his knees, and we'll get back to the golf.
Burning my house down.
Later.